Here we go again with Letitia James. I tell you, New York's top cop, that's what they call it, right? The one that's supposed to be making sure that everyone else plays by the rules, but based on her latest financial disclosure, she might be starring in her own white collar crime story because what she just filed under oath reads like it's a blueprint for a fraud ring. We're talking about fake mortgages, phantom debt, rental income that just disappears, and a reporting pattern so suspicious, it just seems like this person is trying to be a crook. Again, allegedly. We're going to break down this Perone Avenue property, the one with the most obvious paper trail lies. And by the end, you'll see why this isn't just a clerical error. These are cover-ups in plain sight. Let's get into it. So back in August 2020, Letitia James bought a modest home in Norfolk, Virginia for $137,000. She used a $109,000 mortgage from OVM Financial to make the purchase. Seems straightforward, but obviously it's never straightforward, especially when you're talking about Letitia James. But quick shout out to the folks at White Collar Fraud. They have been doing the Lord's work, digging through these disclosures and servicing the receipts the media isn't talking about right now. So here's where things get slimy. For 4 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023, James never once disclosed the actual mortgage in her official state filings. Instead, in her 2023 and 2024 financial disclosures, she claimed two different mortgages. I'll repeat that. She claimed two totally different mortgages. So one was with financial mortgage listed at $150,000 to $250,000, and another one with national mortgage listed at $100,000 to $150,000. And the biggest issue of all this that neither of those mortgages exist. A full title search from early 2025 shows no record of loans with those lenders on that property. And guess what's also missing? The real $109,000 loan from the VOM loan back in 2020. It was never disclosed, not once. So either she's making up lenders to cover up a loan that she didn't want to admit, or she's hiding debts altogether and fabricating fake ones to balance her books. Either way, it's bad and possibly criminal. This is textbook white collar crime. When someone knowingly submits false information on financial disclosure, they are violating the law. Duh. They're violating 18 U.S.C. 1001, which makes it a federal crime to falsify, conceal, or cover up a material fact in any manner within the jurisdiction of the U.S. government. That can land you in prison up to 5 years per offense. Now, layer with that with the fact that Letitia James also filed these disclosures electronically. That could bring wire fraud charges. And if these filings were mailed at any point, that also mail fraud. Both can carry up to 20 years in prison. And there's also some state crimes. Under New York Public Officers Law, James is legally required to report any financial interest exceeding $1,000, including mortgages and income-producing properties. Willful false statements aren't just ethical violations. They are Class A misdemeanors and can lead up to a year in jail and fines up to $1,000 per count. Add to the personal civil fines that could go up to $40,000 per violation from State Ethics Commission, and you're looking at a legal avalanche. This is not just sloppy paperwork. This is someone who oversees fraud prosecutions and possibly committing fraud herself. And when the Attorney General breaks the law that she's supposed to be enforcing, it's hilarious in a sad way. Letitia James isn't just playing with numbers, she's playing with fire. So let's take a look at the retail income trail because that even tells a lot on her. In her 2020 disclosure, James reported rental income from Perone Avenue between $1,000 and $5,000. Cool, makes sense. She just bought the place, probably rented it out. Or she's still collecting rent and not reporting it. From 2021 all the way to 2024, that income vanishes. No mention of rental cash, no explanation, nothing. And conveniently, around the same time, she stopped reporting rental income. Boom, phantom mortgages appear. What a coincidence. Seriously though, how weird is that? Like, the timing is too perfect. You go from reporting income like a normal person, and then suddenly, poof, no rent, and in its place, 2 made-up mortgages. That is some shady bookkeeping. That is bury under a pile of paperwork and hope no one notices kind of paperwork. It's like watching someone say their car got stolen right after they stopped making the payments. Then you find out the car never existed to begin with. That's the kind of vibes we're getting right here. And what makes this more shady is how much details are in these fake loans. These aren't vague entries. They've got lender names, loan ranges, all the trimmings of something meant to look real on paper, but they don't exist. It's not just lying by omission. It's literally manufacturing the details out of thin air. Letitia James should be a fiction writer. This isn't some newbie who forgot to file taxes. This is the Attorney General of New York. If she was an intern, sure, maybe she hit the wrong thing. Maybe she signed the wrong documents or she filled something out incorrectly, but it's not. she prosecutes people for this exact kind of crimes. So when you're hiding income and replacing it with fantasy debts, yeah, that's pretty weird. Actually, it's not just weird, it's a massive red flag of fraud, because behind every fake mortgage is usually a very real reason to hide the truth. So we can also talk about what the defenders of Letitia James might say, even though at this point, I don't see a lot of people who are defending Letitia James. I think a lot of people are just not talking about it. But they may say, you know what, this is a mistake. Number one, if Freedom Mortgage was supposed to be on the Sterling Street loan, another property, why list it on the wrong property? If number two, if National Mortgage is the VOM loan, why list it under a different name 4 years late? And number three, if these were typos, then why did it keep changing from year to year without any explanation? This is the part where you realize this is not sloppy, it's deliberate. Because in legal terms, when you swear under oath on your financial disclosures and you lie, it's a felony. And if you mailed it in, that's mail fraud. If you did electronically, that's wire fraud. In New York, it's a misdemeanor with civil fines up to $40,000 per violation. The phantom mortgage scheme isn't just a one-time slip-up. You have to zoom out and look at the broader pattern across James' disclosures, especially on the Lafayette Avenue in Brooklyn. So you can see right here, 2019 to 2021, she fails to report for 3 consecutive years, despite the requirement to report all mortgages and on income properties. You can see 2022, something was misclassified as a traditional mortgage. 2023, the loan mysteriously vanished from her filing. 2024, the loan remains absent despite no public record of satisfaction or discharge. It's still gone, no public record. Even more problems with the Citizen Bank. Not disclosed in 2021, shows up in 2022, but as a mortgage. Reclassified in 2023 as a home equity loan. No supporting documents filed ever. Then there's the First Savings Bank loan. Been on her disclosures since 2022, but never been found in any of the records that they have here, despite extensive researches. And it continues to appear on that 2024 disclosure without any public documentation verifying its existence. Again, fake loans, fake names, and hopefully we'll see some real consequences. So I definitely feel like a broken record here talking about Letitia James being, my Attorney General of New York, the top law official in the state, the one that sues a lot of powerful people, especially if they have sus business records. She's the one that likes to have everything seems shady. Everything seems like it's just a bunch of ghost stories, more ghost stories than a Halloween special. And it's a lot of hypocrisy, fraud, and a weaponization of trust. Because if the state's top cop can't fill out her own forms truthfully, why should anyone else take the law seriously? But let me know in the comments, do you think there's even further proof that Letitia James is in a whole lot of trouble? Should Letitia James be indicted for falsifying financial disclosures? Or do you think this is another scandal that's going to get swept under the rug? We're just going to continue to follow this story. It seems like every single day, more and more issues coming out of Letitia James' past and the things that she's doing and currently doing that I think a lot of people think is completely wrong. But shout out to everyone who subscribed. If you stayed this long for this video, appreciate it. Hopefully hit the subscribe button. We are at 100,000 subscribers. Can't believe it. It's amazing. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. And if you want more content, you can hit up Patreon. Also sign up for my newsletter so you'll never miss what's going on with this channel. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.